we should be bowing our heads
in shame.
True.
at the state of Kolebu. Like,
Our
this
teaching
is our
hospital.
premier teaching hospital. It's the ugliest, dirtiest, nastiest, smelliest place that you can be.
I go by the name of Clay Kwame. Thanks a lot, and I'm here with a beautiful
Naneke Adepa.
Chamano Day.
Noboni Note Note, aka Note Diego, aka Let's Get It.
And this is the Mind Expression Podcast.
Yay! I'm the only girl here, so.
Sorry to this week we don't have.
What happened to Alpha?
She's not feeling
not
too
feeling
well,
too good.
but hopefully very soon she's going to return. We wish her a speedy recovery.
True, speedy recovery, baby.
Speedy recovery.
And for your quiet.
I think today my energy is low, but we're gonna be alright. We're going to be talking briefly about the Israel-Pakistan, Palestine, whatever that's going on. I mean, in the beginning, I thought it was, we've been talking about them having this war for a long time, and frankly speaking, I didn't really have a lot of knowledge on it. And then after we spoke, I just said, let me just go see what's happening. And this thing goes like...
Where before AD was there?
I swear.
Well, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, which I want to...
But first I want to ask you something. I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
People keep saying, it is biblical. Like God has said, there will always be war between
those two
Is there any text in the Bible like that?
I don't think so.
You see, you can use look. Let me not be profane. You can take the Bible and use it to justify
anything.
You can take something can happen right now, and someone can take the Bible and say, "Oh, it's been written here that this." It's open to interpretation, so everybody interprets it the way
they understand.
They understand, or to suit their narrative. You know. The issue that I had with the whole situation was that even though this situation was going on, a lot of people, especially a lot of Ghanaians, were not talking about it or saying anything. And even if you asked around, a lot of people did not have any idea what was going on. And in as much as someone can think that it doesn't affect them, people will say, "Oh, me, I don't know what's going on," and blah, blah, blah. I think that tough situations like this that's going on around the world where babies are dying,
but
hundreds.
But for the sake of people who have no idea what's
happening, I mean, that was the first question I was going to ask.
Can you
go down into like
where the whole thing stemmed from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just this just paraphrasing, and I am a student of history, but I can't say I'm a good student. So let me just say, sometime in the I think early 20th century, Britain ran the whole of that area, Palestinian area. They had a lot of connection, but even before then, the whole of Israel-Palestine area for years, for centuries, have been a place of contention between Christians and Muslims, because both of them claim that place to be a holy place to them, In the 20th century, Britain was sort of running the whole place, and then I think they designated a small place for Jews around Europe who could come back and live there. But before they brought the people there were already people living in the land. That situation wasn't a huge situation until after the Second World War, where now animosity towards the Jews really grew, and we've all read about the genocide and the killing of millions of Jews by Hitler in concentration camps. After that, the Jews who were left in Europe, once again were given the opportunity to come and live in that area, because it was sort of under the jurisdiction of the British Empire at that time. And so they moved them there, and there were people on the land, and it looks like over time, the Jews that moved to all of that area, or what is now known as Israel and its demarcation Palestine, they have been slowly taking away the land from the people who used to live there and sort of put them in a small cage whereby they control what goes into Palestine, food, medication, whatever. So it's now like the biggest open air prison in the world. Everything that has gone on back and forth, if you want to say, it started from here or it started from here and everything, you will keep going with two people on each side, everybody having some sort of reason which they deem to be very valid. I think, though, that the main situation on the ground is the lives that are being lost. The lives that are being lost and the amount, like children are being killed. People, yes, recently, this new escalation started when the main militant group that comes out of Palestine, Hamas, they launched a terrorist attack on Israelis who were having a festival I think they were celebrating Yom Kippur or something. It's one of their biggest
festivals,
Jewish festivals, and they launched an attack, kidnapped some people and killed, I think, a lot of other people, and also shot.
I think I saw some numbers, 800
yes,
people, yeah.
And also shot a lot of, I think, missiles into Israel. And it's going to be like two people who are fighting. And one is clearly way stronger than the other. And it's almost like the stronger one has been waiting for this sort of provocation. And now that this provocation has come, they have gone all out.
And they're using all the powers they have.
Yes.
They're getting like
and
support from other nations.
I think if we really want to look into history very well, what we are seeing, it's close to the exact same thing that happened in South Africa, where white settlers moved into the land and
claimed it.
Yes, and claimed it.
Apartheid.
And so it is an apartheid regime in that part of the world. For the sake of diplomacy and for the sake of trying to have some form of neutrality, I can't say this person is
wrong
or this person is wrong, because it's gone for so long that it's.
But you see, one thing we should know is that before the Jews will come onto that land, it was the whole place was an Islamic state. Like the land, because that place, Egypt, they are on that side. Jordan is around us. Saudi Arabia is. So it was the whole place for like Islamic people, Muslims. And after the World War, where British can't govern that place.
That part of it.
Where then go carry the people come, they will go make the Jews can't settle for them. I think they should have, before the British go left there, I think like them for make sure say, even though the land then demarcate them, like them for make them two states.
Two states. Instead of the way
but they made it in a way, say, because these people are coming from Europe, they made it in a way, say, the Jewish people will have more land. And the Islamic people felt like, nah, we were here before you guys came. So we won't agree. That is why the Hamas people also, and see, the land they demarcate for the Muslims and the Islamic people, it's some small land. Okay, so as after the war, Jordan also got some part of the land. But after some time, Jordan said, okay, I don't want the land again. And Jordan gave the land to Palestinians. So they called it like West Bank or something like that.
Yeah, West Bank.
So the West Bank,
I was reading about it.
there are Palestinians there. And there are Palestinians in Gaza as well. But the Gaza there, that's where the terrorist group live. The Hamas people. West Bank is like
They are
okay,
they are not necessarily a terrorist
terrorist
group.
group.
They
They're
are
like
a militant group.
militant group. Okay, but
And-
like with what they do,
And
you
and
can
no,
qualify them as-
but at the same time, you see, the people, the Palestinian people, voted for them,
no. They had an election.
had
I think
an
in
election.
2007.
and Hamas won.
No, the people.
Hamas-
A lot of people felt like that election was rigged or something.
How
Okay,
how
even
can-
if Hamas won
Hamas won
after that election, they've never been another election again.
Yes, yes.
So it's the people can say, okay, we don't want Hamas. It's like they are here not because of the will. This is not our will to have these people as our leaders.
Yes, but at the same time, even if the people say that Israel is not separating the people from Hamas, it's just bombing the whole place.
Yeah, because that is the problem I have with Israel is that Israel is saying yes, Hamas lives in Gaza. Okay, Hamas did this heinous thing where they killed people in Israel. They killed the children and everything.
Yeah.
They kidnap people. Okay, so right now, say these people live here. And there are Palestinians here, and the Hamas live here. And in West Bank too, there are Palestinians there. So if you say, okay, I'm going for Hamas people, I want to kill Hamas militants, why then do you also bomb the West Bank, please? Just because they are Palestinians living at the West Bank. So you are bombing that place as well and bombing Gaza as well. So meaning you just want to kill anybody so long as those people are like Palestinians.
They are calling it collective punishment, whereby you punish the whole people for the
wrongdoing of some
a
few one, which is very sad.
I mean, let's look at it this way, okay? I mean, you guys, I'm quiet because I wanted you guys to banter a bit about the political
Me, I
side
don't
of
even claim to
what's going
know
on.
much about the. I just want to say that as a person who's living on this earth, this kind of atrocity in this age is
bad. And I mean, what I wanted to say is that this thing started way before the people living in those lands were born.
Yeah, currently.
And I mean, it would be their greatest that started all these things. And they are living their lives now, facing the consequences of some of the decisions the then leaders made in the name of we're making decisions for the people to benefit from. And people are now, young kids are dying. Women are dying, men are dying. They are packing small boys to be holding guns and, things.
like me when I see the pictures
Just
and the videos
to-
of babies,
Yes.
dead babies.
And the fact that they are bombing hospitals.
Exactly.
Nursery
There's no
schools.
source of food.
And they are saying that, okay, these Hamas people are hiding in such places because they know this is a hospital, so Israel is not going to bomb. And the sad thing that is going around, they say, oh, the Israel military is very considerate. They give warning and say, okay, we are going to bomb this place before they bomb it.
Are you serious?
You didn't hear that? They say they tell you that, okay, today we are going to bomb this hospital.
place.
So if you know you were
Evacuate.
But you're destroying infrastructure that helps.
It took years to build.
People
and UNICEF and other people are trying to bring like aid.
Yeah.
And he has to go through Israel, and
Yes.
they are not allowing.
I will allow it to go through.
This is too
I
sad.
think the way the whole world is quiet, like there are definitely protests going on
Yeah.
Around the
But
world, yeah.
The way the world governing
You think
bodies
they're
in
not?
the world,
It's not being talked about
the
much.
governing bodies in the world, the people who actually make decisions, like the way they are not.
Nobody's saying
They are
anything.
not as bothered as it could be. It's quite.
But Note, I mean, at some point, I was seeing some press statements by the president of the U.S., where I think I may be wrong, but he was talking in favor of Israel. At some point,
Yeah,
they were
I
like they
mean,
were supporting
America has always
Israel.
stood with
America's.
America
Let's
has
just
always
say-
stood with Israel.
So let's just say that we've been claiming that America is the most powerful country in the world. And if the most powerful country in the world is supporting, Israel, then that's where the bodies you are asking to talk will just keep quiet. You understand? They will keep quiet based on that. Because if you are the ones supporting with the small bodies.
So there is a rumor going around. I don't know if it's a rumor or it's fact that Iran is supporting the Hamas people. Iran
Okay.
is supplying them with guns,
Weapons and things.
and everything. And Iran wish to join the whole Palestinian war, but they are not capable financially currently to do that. And America is also getting close. They are going there with their ship with all these artilleries and stuff. And they are also waiting. If Hamas try to, then the whole thing will turn to a war. Because when if Iran tried to help Hamas to fight Israel, America would join.
Coming.
Russia can also join in a way. They need to turn a world war.
But this is what I'm saying. What we are sitting down watching could
Close
just
to
as
our
well
door,
be
yes.
like
It can
fomenting
trickle
of-
down to us.
And we are seeing that all around the world, these things are popping up.
Small. Russia,
small,
Ukraine.
small. There's all of these things popping up everywhere, and I think that we should be very, very careful. I think one of the things that makes me sad is that a lot of us, the youth, don't talk about these things mainly because we feel powerless. We feel very powerless.
We feel like
I mean,
our voice
what
will
can
not
I
get
do
anywhere.
about
Yeah,
it?
yeah. If you talk to anybody on the street, they'll just be like, by me, what am I going to say about this? Like,
Then I met me, yeah.
Ghana has,
We have our own problems.
that we are not even finished solving them. But this is the situation all over the world, that the youth is continuously feeling very, very disengaged from the governing process, and are beginning to feel more like we do not really have any power. It's almost like the democracy, or whatever we say we have, the freedom of speech and everything. It's almost like an illusion. You can speak, but you're just
Because the truth is, you use your face to go and be shouting about things. Then tomorrow you find yourself in trouble. Now let me give you this example. When they did the Jolobi house thingy, now there was this lady that was on camera speaking from her heart about the whole Kolebu situation, that she knew somebody that was just 24 years, died of kidney disease because of dialysis issues. And after screaming and appealing to people, she got some form of attention. She got people talking. She actually got people to agree that, where we have gotten to, dear, she got people to see the reality of things. And then they started talking. Now, a few days into the whole thing, I think a day after the Jolobi thing, or a couple of days after, she was fired.
from her job. I think I saw that.
That's sad.
Now, Joy News had to do a sit down with her for her to talk. Now, she clearly says that, well, she's not been able to put any link between the Jolobi house thing and that, but she's just trying to be, yes.
She's just trying to be diplomatic in this situation.
I think that is what will deter a lot of people because
people
when
have
I
given
was
up.
speaking,
Yes.
already things are not going well for me, and I was speaking.
The state of Kolebu as a country, like that has had independence for how many years now? 60 years.
Yeah.
We should be bowing our heads
In shame.
True.
at the state of Kolebu. Like
Our
this
teaching
is our
hospital.
premier teaching hospital. Yeah. It's the ugliest, dirtiest, nastiest, smelliest place that you can be. I am saying it not because I'm not saying it because I don't know. I'm saying it because
You've been
I've
there.
Yeah.
I've been there and I know that place. And I have friends who are nationals from other countries who come to Ghana to come and do some exchange programs to
Yeah.
work in the hospitals. All of them have nothing good to say about the hospital. All of them have nothing good to say. I know someone personally who came to Ghana to work to do an internship as a midwife, and she couldn't continue. She just couldn't continue going to the hospital and seeing the circumstances that women are put through. Women who are, because it was just too much for her. She couldn't bring herself to work in that situation. So I think Ghana, one of the main reasons why a lot of people leave Ghana, or we can't attract the foreign investment and the tourism cannot really be a big thing here, is that our health system is in total shambles. If you fall sick here in Ghana, and people die every day of preventative diseases or situations or illnesses, they'll just take you they'll go to the hospital, they'll be like, the nurse injected this guy
Okay, so
something,
now
and
let's talk about the injection you just mentioned. Just a few weeks ago, last week or so, they arrested a fake doctor who had been going to the emergency part of the hospital. Ghana here.
Sorry.
In a hospital that I would say a whole region depends on. Fake. So if we're going to be talking about how, it's disgusting, nasty, unprofessionalism, all the crazy things that goes on in the health, part of Ghana, then I'll say that, see, it's not just once that this has happened. It happened before, a few years back.
you see, here's the thing.
I don't want us to divert.
Yeah, we're not going to divert, but
When we bring it all back, all I'm saying is that even the conversation that led to us having this very talk,
yeah,
what we had to choose between,
yes,
and it made me sad that those are the things that for the youth we feel like we have a little voice in, rather than
the major
real
things,
major issues that are going on. I think at some point, if we keep disengaging from society and how governance, like the whole system of governance, at some point it could spell,
Because because I feel like a lot of youth are feeling like,
it's not.
I think the youth have that kind of
nonchalant.
energy a lot, like, and they don't want to know anything when it comes to like governance and how these people run stuff. It's just few.
No, I think their hands are just tired. Their hands are tired because when given the opportunity to do certain things like demonstrate, you see some people that are wholeheartedly ready to push and go, and the other people too, you question them, and the next thing they will say is, "Asemba, I don't have anybody that will step in for me." Now I'm always going to go back to using, Ghana, because this is where I've seen, like, I've not traveled. So this is where I've seen measure of these things. When we go back to the Jolobi thing, the first day, when they arrested them, some of the people that were arrested did not have anybody. If not for the activists and the lawyers that just came in and said, let us help, these people would have probably been still in there.
And funny enough,
so they are just, they don't have, the resources that can push them to do certain things.
Funny enough, this same Julobi, where a lady who is like very, very, she has opinion about everything, and she's
don't dodge,
and she's very, very loud and everything.
Yeah,
I feel like she can use her voice to push so many things, but rather we'll talk about her sexuality and rather have
Mention
issues.
name.
I'm a governor or whatever they call her.
Our
And
governor was there.
she was there,
She
but like
mentioned
my
the
own is,
issues.
my own is use like push the main agenda. You have the voice
No.
to like push
Let,
so
let,
many
let us
things.
not
No.
digress too much. I think this situation will come back to it because we have another conversation to have, and we'll run it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just come to a conclusion because I wanted us to have this conversation about Israel and Palestine because I
Yeah.
feel like these are issues that are going on in the world and they need to be spoken about, and the whole world needs to. There has to be an intervention in this situation so that people stop dying. I don't care which
Measure
side
thing.
you are on. Me, I am on the side of humanity.
Yeah.
Peace.
That we can't just be killing each other like this
Yeah, true.
for land that we came to meet and land that we will leave behind. And we've killed children.
Millions
are
of people
dying.
have died
When
over
I
the
see-
years.
When I see a father crying over his children, the corpse of his children, like that, or a mother, or that is heartbreaking.
I mean, I saw a man said he lost his son and his grandson, and you see a man.
His lineage has literally been cut
yeah.
in his lifetime.
Yeah.
So he knows that when he dies,
That's
is
the
it.
end.
that is the end. And if what hope do you give someone? What can you tell someone who is going through this? What sort of help can you even offer them? You understand? So I'm appealing to the humanity of people. Like I know that Africa, we have our own problems, and West Africa, Ghana, we have our own problems. But I think it's a situation that's going on, and it should be discussed because, like it or not, if we are going through our problem, we will want other people to talk
about
for
it
us and talk on our behalf. So, on behalf of all the people who do not have any mouthpiece, I don't know how far
This will go.
my
Your
voice
voice
goes,
will go, yeah.
but I will speak into the darkness just for my own spirit, so that I know that I did not sit silent for this thing to just wash over, because it has to be spoken about. When apartheid was going on in
the whole world involved.
South Africa, it took the voices of everybody around the world for them to put pressure. I always say this thing, that when we shut up, there will be more fights and there will be more wars. And the wars and fighting have never solved any
Anything.
human situation.
Yeah.
It can only be solved with discord. It can only be solved with talking, with this mouth. When people talk back and forth and knowledge is shared, and then we can all come to a consensus about how to end the situation. If not, then where are we going as a
We died that.
where are we going as a people, like as humanity? And so I just wanted us to have this brief conversation about it. It's not every day that we will talk about sex toys.
Anyway, you guys, I mean, thank you very much for watching this episode. It's going to be this short. We're going to be seeing you in the next episode, but please do not forget to subscribe, like, and then share. Share. Now follow us on our other platforms. On Instagram, we are Mind Expression.
Mind expression underscore pod. Yeah.
Mind expression underscore pod on every platform.
Yeah.
And do not forget, individually, we are all content creators doing our own things in our own niches. And so follow us. Oakley is a musician. Noretu is a musician. He cooks so well, but the music is the most important part. And then I also talk plenty on social media. So thank you very much for following us. We'll see you in the next video. Ciao.